Good morning, fifth grade class. I am making this morning lesson 12 video, and here I am. I'm looking at the homework one, which I usually do, and I'm seeing as I scroll through that every single one of them in lesson 12 happens to be word problems. This one right here at the very, very last one is kind of showing you it as an example, and it's giving you the picture and it's asking you to make a story problem. So I'm going to show you this really cool way as far as making a picture out of a word problem. This isn't something that I had done when I was a kid. Nobody showed me this until I was, well into my 30s, close to 40, by the time I saw somebody do it this way. And it's really pretty neat. Makes things look so much more, commonsensical, shall we say? So on this one, what we have is an auditorium. So we're at a school, and in the auditorium, we have 1/6 of the students are fifth graders, 1/3 of them are fourth graders, and 1/4 of the remaining students, happen to be second graders. And so then we have to figure out, if there are 96 students total in there, how many of those kids are second graders? So let's draw the auditorium. And it's pretty big because it's evidently a fairly good-sized school. They've got 96 all together. So this whole auditorium is full with 96 students. And we can look at these, and we know that each denominator is different. But we don't actually have to go through and find a common denominator on this, because we're thinking, what, 1/6 of 96, 1/3 of 96, 1/4 of 96. So that of term right here, that's telling us that we're multiplying. So then we know we don't have to go for a common denominator. Let's just kind of break it up. And we'll call them what they are. So this right here, if this is 1/6, and it happens to be, you can relate to these guys, these are the fifth graders. And then the next one says it's 1/3. And we know that 1/3 is going to be bigger, more students than 1/6, right? So let's make it bigger than what the 1/6 was. So we'll say this is 1/3. 1/3, and that happens to be the fourth graders. Fifth grade next year is going to be big, huh? And then you take a look over here, and this is what's left. This is the remaining students right here. Remaining. And it says we're breaking that into fourths. 1, 2, 3. 1/4 of them, 1/4 of this much happens to be the second graders. And so we can kind of think about this, and let's combine the fourth and the fifth and figure out how much of that is. So if this is 1/6, we're combining it with 1/3. That's easy. 1/6 can stay what it is. 1/3, let's turn it into 6. So as you guys remember, if you double one, you got to double the other. You got to be fair. So 1/3, if it's going to become sixths, 3 times 2, so 1 times 2. And then we're adding to that the fifth graders, which are 1/6. So they're all sixths. 1 plus 2 is 3/6. Interesting, huh? That means half. So half of 96 students are fourth and fifth graders. Half of them are other grades. So let's figure out what half of them happens to be. 96 divided by 2, and I know 2 times 4 gets me 8. Find the difference is a 1. 2 goes into 16. I know 2 times 8 gets me 16. So that's telling me right here that this part, the remaining students all together, happens to be 48 students. total. Now let's figure out what 1/4 of this is. So if we're going to go 4 into 48, looks pretty mental mathy, doesn't it? 4 goes into 4 once, no difference. 4 goes into 8 twice. So if you break this number of students into 4 equal pieces, turns out each one of those 4 pieces is 12. 12. And this one happens to be 12. So there are 12 second graders. Boy, that's a little class. All right, so that's that. Here is a homework problem for you. In a classroom, 1/6 of the students are wearing blue shirts, 2/3 are wearing white shirts. Remember this right here, of the students are wearing white shirts, and there's 36 students in the class. So how many are wearing something other than blue or white? Other than blue or white. All right. See you later.